What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I have another subscriber requested course for you guys here today in the Backyard Simulator. As you can tell usually by the title, we are playing, I had written down Fisher's Island, but this in Home T Hero it said Fisher's Island Club. That was the only thing under Fisher's Island, so I'm assuming this is the one. So Fisher's Island Club, this is in Fisher's Island, New York, courtesy of a subscriber by the name of Garmin R10. This was actually one of 3 courses that Garmin gave me, and he called them the New York Trio. So this is 1 out of 3. I'll get into my notes beforehand before we get started, but basically, what was it, 3-4 days ago I played 36 holes on course. It was supposed to be just a 9-hole. I was planning on going to play 9 holes, and we ended up playing decent. Didn't record anything, but it was just me and a couple buddies, and we ended up, the course was, for some reason, it was I think Saturday. For some reason that the course was relatively empty, so it only cost us an extra $15. I walked the first 9, and then it cost $15 to ride 9 with a cart after you already played 9. Just because it's a short kind of 9-hole course, so we ended up going around another 3 times after that. So took a couple days off. Yesterday I came out and I was planning on doing a different type of video, start of a new series, and long story short, I had it figured out by the end of it, but basically I came out and I recorded a couple things, and unfortunately I'm gonna have to scrap them, but I did finally get everything figured out. All said and done, yesterday was about 4 hours out here worth of swings, so all that to say, I'm pretty sore today, but I'm actually playing 9 holes tonight on course, so I kind of want to use this round and possibly one more to kind of loosen up a little bit, get possibly some bad swings out of the way if that's the case. But weirdly enough, I've experimented a little bit of playing out here or on course before I go and play later on that day, and versus just like taking the whole day off, resting the day, and then going to only play 9 holes at night. And for whatever reason, I seem to play better at night after I've already kind of exhausted myself and played a little bit, whether that's a workout or playing holes. So basically that's what I'm gonna do. Hopefully it's very hot and humid. Not the best attire here, but I have to do some laundry, but hopefully I'm not going to be too exhausted by tonight, but we'll see how it goes. As for this, one more thing for yesterday. So basically I have a new series coming, which I think will be pretty fun. I did get everything figured out. It was a little bit frustrating yesterday. I had the app that kept crashing, it was laggy, and then I had issues with what I was trying to do, but I think I got it figured out. And then after all that, because I took so many swings back here yesterday, I finally got around to adding some more bricks sunken down around here. So I started off with just 1 brick in front, then I added 2 bricks in front, and then maybe a month or so ago I added 2 in the back. So stopped it from going this way, but still, as you guys could see by some of the videos, if I would catch it heavy or whatnot, the mat would start shifting around with the mulch as the round got going. So yesterday I finally took the time, and I have a total of 2 in the front, basically 2 bricks like this back to back, so have some extra weight holding it to not slide forward. I've got 2 bricks back there the same way, and then I have a total of 8 bricks, so 4 on each side. So basically I have I covered up with the mulch, but I have 2 bricks like this, long ways, and then 2 more behind it on each side. So I'm hoping this thing kind of stays in place now. I don't really have to move it a whole lot, and just basically come down and just sink it into the mulch every time I come out. But finally got around to doing that. Should be better off that way, as long as we don't get any kind of interference with the R10, but I think we should be good. But as for today, Fisher's Island, again, courtesy of Garmin R10. Garmin said this course has been called the Cypress Point of the East and ranked one of the very best courses in the country in the early 2000s. So I looked it up. I should know more about names of courses and whatnot. I don't do a best job of memorizing and keeping a memory bank of all the different courses, but I looked it up, and Cypress Point, for those of you that don't know, is a private course in Pebble Beach, California, one of the best in the country. So I believe, I didn't do super in-depth research, but I believe the people, it's like a group that owns Pebble Beach. I think it's like a little like cat-like community almost, and I think it's partly owned private and part of the public or whatnot. But basically, from what I understand, there's Pebble Beach, and there's like, I think another like 3 or 4 maybe surrounding courses that are all owned by the same entity. That's really nice. So you can assume, if this is called the Cypress Point of the East, this is going to be a really nice course, and Cypress Point itself is comparable almost to like Pebble Beach style courses. So should be a good one. I'm playing the furthest back tees. These are the black tees. So without further ado, we're going to do the rundown and then get into it. Garmin Approach R10 behind me on a DIY level stand. Country Club Elite mat. Now it's anchored in by what, 2, 4, 8, 12 bricks around it. DIY stance mat, Callaway super fast balls, and 10x7 nets. Home tee here that you're seeing on the screen within the Garmin Golf app. So first couple swings are going to be interesting. I'm assuming it's probably going to take me 3, 4, 5 holes to get a real sweat going and have my muscles kind of loosen up and kind of crack and whatnot, and start swinging a little bit smoother from yesterday. But here we go. Aiming up that right side, hopefully get something about 260, 270 maybe up there. Start it right, turn it over left. A little bit high on the face, a little bit towards the heel. That's going to be up the left side, but should be out there. Wasn't the quickest, but we got 271 out of it on the roll. I guess we'll take a look at that first one. 102, 144, definitely not swinging the fastest right now until I loosen up. Attack angle's not too bad, good apex height, smash factor's a little bit low. Good club path on that, good club face for a nice little recipe of a draw. Overdid that one a little bit, but all in all, not the worst start. We've got second shot now into this par 4, 150 down 2, so we got 148. I'm gonna go 9 iron. Gonna take a little bit off of it. Struck it good, but I pulled it left. That's probably gonna have to get down. Sit. Ooh, did it stay on? +2. All right, we got lucky. Scraped out a par to start it. I mentioned a couple videos ago that I really need to work on. Wedges, still continuing on with the driver, hybrids, 3-wood. Obviously, I mean, I got to work on everything, but one of the big things is my choke down 9 iron shot. So anywhere between like 140, 145, something like that. Basically, with all these loft jack clubs now, I have basically a 20-yard gap in between my pitching wedge and my 9. So I really got to start dialing in and get comfortable with choking down on this 9 and trying to, the best that I can, dial in about a 145-yard shot, something like that. That one, I caught it, pulled it a little bit, caught it a little bit too much, came up a little bit long, but really want to try to, both for here on course, get that 140-yard shot in, because as you guys know, my pitching wedge is usually about 130, 135-ish, occasionally 140, and then 9 iron like that is usually right around anywhere from 150 to 160, usually right around 155. So like I said, 20-yard gaps, not the best for some of the higher lofted clubs. More of the scoring irons would like to have a little bit less of a gap. 10 to 15 yards is more of an ideal gapping, but it is what it is. That's kind of what I get for playing game improvement irons. I probably should have bought, I was doing some research last night into the P770s and P790s. I probably would have been better off buying those, but those are like double or triple the price of what these were. So maybe the next set will go towards more of a player's distance iron. But second hole, par 3, 183 down 1. So this is another in-between number between 8 iron and 7. I think because there's water short, I'm gonna go 7, choke down on it a little bit, and usually the 7 iron I play to about 190, 8 iron's about 170, 175. So let's see what we get here. That's gonna have to go. I caught that real heavy and left. Go! Get a bounce. Not the best swing there. Caught that pretty heavy, but despite how heavy I hit that, the mat didn't move a whole lot, which is good. It's gonna be a bogey, unfortunately. Gonna grab some Gatorade quick, double check this camera, which is in the sun. R10's in the shade, and my phone running Home Tee Heroes in the shade, but it's a good 85, 90 degrees right now, and in the sun it's probably closer to 100. So hopefully nothing overheats. All right, 1 over through 2, third hole, par 4, 323 yards. So a shorter par 4 here, up 4 yards. So that's going to kill just a little bit of distance, but we're going to aim right up there, up this right side. And considering we're on the furthest back tees, and usually the nicer courses translates to more challenging courses, this is maybe one of the shortest par 4s that we see today. Lunged at it. That's going to be pretty far left. Luckily the side spins down, but that was caught real low on the face towards the heel. I was standing just a half a step too far away from that. I felt like when I came through that, I swiped across it and I lunged at it to make sure the club face was there, but I didn't see what the final distance was. Not the best there. So 84, that was only about, what was that, 250-ish? 84 left, up 2, so we got 86. I'm gonna go 52. We'll see how this goes. I was experimenting yesterday with some lower choke down 48 degree kind of punch shots, and I was hitting them decent. I may start experimenting with that more, like bump and run lower 48 degrees on course and back here, but usually I've been catching things a little bit long, so I'm gonna play the best that I can right around my 75-yard shot here, and let's see if we can get a number. Caught that heavy. May still be on the green, but all right, decent shot. Good thing we caught that heavy. Fourth hole, par 4, 407. We got water all over the place, but looks like we should be kind of clear. It's kind of off to the side, which is good, as long as I can make some better contact with the driver here. Very high on the face. That was half off the crown. Luckily it didn't make another mark, but this is a little bit of my worry today. That's only going to be maybe 220, 230, yeah, 227. That was high on the face. That was a little bit of my worry coming out here after 4 hours worth of swings yesterday. Probably hit, I don't know, 300-400 shots, maybe even more. I feel like the fatigue's definitely going to catch up, especially by tonight, and some of the consistency and ball striking is probably going to suffer because of that, but see if we can work our way through it a little bit. 181 left, down 2, so this one's a better 8-iron number. We're going to do that. Been working on a little bit, or not working on yet, but I did some more research on, I think I don't have enough of my weight forward, and usually I kind of pick the ball pretty clean, both here and on course. I gotta do better at getting a little bit steeper into the ball, and it's not the best time to do it now, but I watched a video last night. A guy suggested you can use really anything, but he had a tee and he put it about 4 or 5 inches, a little bit more than a club length in front of your ball, and basically when you're practicing, just think about hitting the ball and having your club come through and catching the tee or whatever is in front of you. Work on some low point control, but all I'm doing today is just trying to think of having my weight a little more forward, and it's not going to be quite as much as where I'm trying to get to, but should help a little bit. Problem is I do that and I feel like I catch it heavy, but that was heavy and short right. Not the best. All right, 31 yards left, down 1, and we're in the rough. So that puts us at 30 plus another 3, so 33. I'm gonna go 56. Sculled it. Might work out, but that's not a very good wedge shot. That's gonna have to sit, I think, a little bit. That was probably generous, but we'll take it. I think that's going to be a bogey, unfortunately. Oh, it was a +1? Never mind. That was real generous. Thin to win. 5th hole, par 3. 229, up 4. So that puts us at 233. Kind of an in-between number. I've been hitting my 4 hybrid pretty decently as of late, about 240, 245, which is going to be too much club. Haven't been getting along the best with my 5 iron, and as you would expect, the longer, lower lofted clubs in general, especially the irons, aren't exactly the easiest to hit, but I guess we're going to go 5 iron, and we'll see what happens here. Going to be a spinny one out to the right. Not the best. Can hit my 7 iron about that far. All right, 46, up 3, and we're in the rough. So that puts us at 49 plus another 4 or 5, so just over 50. We're gonna go 52 degree. Came out a yard or 2 left. Low launch on it. I don't know if we got enough on that. Nope. Caught that heavy as well. Double bogey, yikes. Well, that's not great for the scorecard. 6th hole, par 5. Let's see if we can actually hit the driver towards the middle of the club face for once. 6th hole, par 5. We're 3 over, 551. Looks like a slight dogleg right. Up 9 yards as well, so I don't love these trees over there. I guess that's the line we're going to take. Decent chance we catch that pine tree that we're aimed at, but hopefully we start it right at that and or get over it. Hopefully this doesn't happen on course tonight. That was horrendous. Figured I'd move that back a little bit in my stance just to make some better contact, and I'm swinging 2-4. That was definitely I swung down on. I caught that like the bottom of the club. That barely even touched the face. That was horrendous. Luckily we get a mulligan out of it, so I guess I gotta go the opposite way. I guess I gotta move it up in the stance just a little bit. Struck better, but that's going to be out to the right. Right off the trees. Gotta love it. 157 with 2 shots at it off the tee box. Not our best there. Alright, 394 left, and we're in the rough. So 394, and then it's going to play an extra 40 yards longer than that. So we still have 430 left. I guess I'm gonna go, actually I'm not, I'm gonna go 4 hybrid. Just try to, I was debating going 3 wood, but I'm gonna go 4 hybrid, see if we can get a couple better swings in here, kind of get the ball rolling a little bit. If I was swinging it better, I'd hit 3 wood there, but 4 hybrid, hopefully make some decent contact and get a little bit of confidence going. popped it up to the right, but it wasn't the worst swing in the world. It's probably only about 220, 230, so that's only going to play, yeah, right around there, plus the 40 yards, so. All right, 211 left. I think we're going to need this again, so 211 and then 20 yards on top of that, so puts us at 230-ish. Still a little bit heavy, but that was caught better. That one has a chance. May still need to go a little bit. All right, got it to run up. We'll take that. So what was that? About 230 with the rough. Caught it a tad heavy, like I said, so it took about 10-15 yards off or so. We'll take the par, scrambling our way through here. Be nice if I could hit the driver right now. Got the 3-wood shaft in it too. Usually that helps a little bit, but if you're not swinging it well, you're not swinging it well. All right, we got water left and right. We need a good one here. 7th hole par 4 with 3 over, 364. Down 12 yards this time, so that's gonna help if we actually connect on one. If we hit one, say 260, it'll play 272. So let's see if we can actually a little bit better. Still not the best, but that should be in play up the left side. And basically what I said, so basically I hit that 262-ish, 260, something like that. Just into the rough, but we're dry. So we've got 89, and then we're in the rough, so we need another 9 yards. So we're right around 100, just shy of 100. Gonna go 48. Struck it decent. It's gonna turn over a little bit left. All right, decent shot. Still moving around a little bit, but this has been so far pretty good considering I've hit a few relatively fat. It's not moving as much as it used to. Really what I should do is get some like 2x4s, and instead of the bricks that I just kind of moved the mulch around and sunk it down, probably a better route would be make basically a wooden box with some 2x4s, basically a frame, sink that into the ground, and then that has a lot less chance of moving and be a lot more of a tighter fit. Sink that into the ground, and then every single time I come out, I can just put the mat in. All right, 3 over, 8th hole, par 5, 461. Looking like course is getting a little more narrow now. Gonna aim up there. Catching them towards the heel. That's gonna turn over left again. A decent amount too. Not the best swing. Only 245 out of that. Alright, 220 left and we're in the rough, so we need another 22 yards on top of that. So, 4 hybrid time. We've got a bunker protecting it, but let's see if we can get this there. little bit thin, low towards the heel. We'll see. I don't think that's going to have enough juice to get there, but I think this is a par 5, I believe. Getting delirious out here. Yeah, it is a par 5, so we're only hitting 3, which is decent. So 30 yards left, no slope, no rough, so should be just a good, decently hit 56 degree if I can get my touch a little bit better. Should be better. I didn't hit it very hard. That may be closer to 25 and like a yard left. Yeah, we got it there. Rolled out, luckily. Just still a tad short, but that was a better, smoother, more balanced, better contact swing, in my opinion. And we'll take the bird all day long. 9th hole, par 4. 3, 5, 6, up 5. Still a little low towards the heel, but that was probably one of the better struck ones this round. That should be about 260, 270, I would think. Still didn't get all of it, but 274, we'll take it. Right down the pipe. If I can do that today on course, anywhere between really 260 and 280 off the tee, and in play, I'll take that all day long. 85 left, down 3, so going back to the 52. Can't hit it much heavier than that. It may get lucky. Go. Go. Nope. Definitely did not deserve to get on the green with that swing. That's what I get for trying to put my weight a little more forward. Now I'm coming down too steep. It's just it's crazy how golf can be. Just those little bit fraction of a change can make such a big difference. Now I'm coming down. I felt like in general, like I sweep the ball and kind of pick it clean. Don't come steep enough. Now I'm just working on getting a little bit steeper. Now I'm coming down too steep. So is life, I guess. All right. 15 yards left, down 1. So 14, just going 60 degree. See if we can get this close. Should be decent. Maybe a tad long. Should be right at it though. Ooh. Slight misread there. That was pretty straight and it had it going decent amount left. That might have been a slight misread there. But we're on the green. That one felt like it came out a little bit hot. I would imagine that was going to be maybe 2 to 5 yards a little bit long, but that should have been pretty dead straight. All right, still 3 over. 10th hole, par 4, 395. It's getting depressing looking at these suggested yardages. Garmin's telling me to only hit it, or try to hit it 257. You gotta get that back up towards like that number, right towards 270, but that means I need to start hitting them 270, 280 almost every single time and bring my average up. Kind of a pop-up to the right. But that one actually felt the best. The club face was open, but that one felt the cleanest contact, oddly enough. You can just tell sometimes you're hitting the ball all over the club face. That one felt like it was actually, it almost feels at least with this driver. I don't know if other ones are the same. I would assume it's probably pretty similar, but when you hit it high on the face, low on the face, towards the heel and towards the toe, it feels almost like a firmer, kind of like a harder sound in contact, versus that one felt almost softer and smoother, almost more buttery, because I made better contact, which usually means I hit it closer to the middle of the club face. It kind of just came off the club face with a lot less negative feedback. But 150 left, up 4, and we're in the rough. So that puts us at 154 plus another 15. So 164, 169. Gonna go 8 iron. And I guess try to catch it cleaner. Pop that up to the right. Slightly better swing compared to the other ones, but it's still not great. $20 yards left in the rough, so 22. Gonna go 60. That one came out about 2 yards left, but should be a decent distance. Bogey. Alright. Despite how I'm hitting the driver right now, this actually isn't the worst score in the world. We're 4 over through 10, 11th hole par 3. Really got to start hitting a couple good drives and get some better confidence going off the tee. 164 down 2. So we're at 162. I guess I'm going to go 8 iron, considering how I hit the last couple. I could probably muscle up a 9 and get it there, but considering didn't strike the 8 irons the best the last couple times. See what we can do here. Hold it left. That may be closer to, I caught it a little bit heavy. That may be closer to 170. That might need to get down. Sit. All right, decent number. Hold it left. I knew that, but probably a good thing I caught that a little heavy. Ended up being a decent number. I go back and forth whether it's beneficial, all things considered, practicing with this type of mat. I mean, this is a mat I have, and this Country Club Elite mat is rated one of the highest, but it definitely does, when you don't catch it perfectly clean, it definitely stops the club and grabs it a lot more than going through actual grass or turf. Both good and a bad thing, I guess. All right, 12th hole, par 4, or 4 over, 382. Looks pretty straight. Gonna aim up this right side slightly. That was hit a little bit better. It's going to be heading up towards the left side. Should be again about 260, 270. That was a little bit of a lower launch, maybe closer to 260. 262. Came out a little bit low, but at least that was better. We'll take that. 120 left into this green, up 2. So we got 122. This should be a good, not even quite a full 48, but pretty close to it. This is going to be probably about a 80, 90%. 48 degree. Usually I've been seeing about 125, 130 when I catch it well with a full swing with this 48, so don't need quite that much, but also want to get enough on it to where we can get it there. Or just scull it off the back of the green to the left. Sit. That was bad. Real life, that would have been even further off the back of the green. That was a rocket. Hit that so thin. Maybe not. 20 yards, that's a decent amount to miss the green by. 19 yards going back the other way now, and we're in the rough, so another, call it 2. So 21-ish, going 60 degree. Should be pretty good. May need to go just a yard or 2. Oh, that one came up long. I don't know what's going on. One of them that I hit long, that was the one that sprayed out, and I think it was a misread left. The other one I felt like I hit about the same distance and came up short. So then that one I gave it a little bit extra, and I thought it was gonna be pretty good, and that one comes up long. So a little bit all over the place. Most likely it's all has to do with me. It's probably 75% me, but I think there could be a little bit of a misread thing going on there with some of those more touch, shorter wedge shots. But gave another one back. We're 5 over through 12, 13th hole par 4, 397, and we've got water. But considering how I'm swinging driver today, this should be, if we can put it right where I'm aimed or just left of that, should be decent. Water shouldn't come into play. Or pop it up towards the right. Alright, excuse me. Second shot into this, we've got 143, down 4, and we're in the rough. So that puts us at 139, plus another 14, puts us at 139, 149, 153, I think. Should be a good 9-iron number. Struck it pretty good. It's going to be a little bit left. I actually might need to get down a little bit. That could be closer to 160. Sit. Alright, pretty good shot. Just outside that inner circle, I think, but that was one of my better struck balls this entire round. Fourteenth hole, par 4. More water. There's water almost every single hole. Whoa. Well, I guess it did say we're at Fisher's Island, so what are we gonna do here? I wish I could hit 317 there. This is probably a smarter play to go right there 230 and hit like 4 hybrid. I could try to get some extra distance out of it up here, but then that puts us in the rough and it puts us 167 there, 179. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna go 4 hybrid. Should be a better, slightly more conservative play. I don't do it a whole lot, so. Struck it pretty good. Should be right about where we want it, about 240-ish. Yep, 243 into the rough. Unfortunately, would have liked to have been in the fairway here, because now we got to add an extra 20 yards to it, but we've got 203 left into this, plus another 20 yards because we're in the rough, so 223. Another one of those in-between numbers. This should be a good 5-iron distance. I should be able to hit this 5-iron about 215, 220, if not like 225, 230. But I haven't been swinging it the best as of late, so I guess we're gonna do it, but see what happens. 5-iron. Try to kind of aim right, turn it over. Don't read, don't read, don't read. That's in the water. Alright. Penalty stroke into the water, but at least it moved us up a little bit. We gotta put this close. 151. Luckily we're in the fairway. Up once, 152. Going 9-iron. Need a good one here. That one I popped up a little bit, but it still may work. That may be front side. Go. Alright. Not gonna be a bogey or a double. And a double. Slowly but surely giving away the scorecard here. And grab another drink. Think about what I just did there. Stupid. Well, I guess I gotta add that 5-iron to the list of clubs I need to work on. I was actually looking, part of the reason why, I mean, the P790s look like awesome clubs, as is the P770s, but I was looking, and considering that, generally speaking, I come in relatively shallow and pick the ball like I was saying, I actually think that the wider, more forgiving soles on these clubs are actually somewhat of a detriment to me. More of a thinner, narrower sole would help me pick the ball a little bit cleaner on something like a player's iron versus these that are chunkier. It's good for people that come in really steep. A lot of amateurs, I mean sometimes me too included, come in too steep and it helps you with that forgiveness. But if you're a somewhat better ball striker and you come in a little more shallow, from what I was seeing yesterday, I really like the TXG guys and also the Second Swing guys. I watch a lot of their videos. They were explaining how sometimes usually, I mean, they do general rule of thumbs with handicaps and whatnot and how good of a player you are. Usually that's a good basic baseline, but there are exceptions in there. So, I mean, I could probably be fine if I played with my ball striking and the amount of golf that I play. I probably would be fine playing a P770 or P790, but if price wasn't a factor, I think those would actually probably fit me a little bit better than what I got here, but kind of is what it is. 15th hole, par 5, 537. I'm gonna cross it. That's like a duck hook left. Low runner up the left side. That one is probably generous from the R10 there. That should have been further left. Not the best driver performance today. Alright. Par 5, we got 291 left. I guess we're not exactly protecting a really good scorecard here, so I'm gonna go 3 wood. Got a relatively open fairway up here. See if I can connect on one. No shot I get 290 out of it, but we could get anywhere from 250 to 270 if I hit this halfway decent. Low in the face towards the left, but might run out 240-ish into the rough. .242. Alright, 57 left. We're in the rough, so we need another 5-6 yards on top of that. So that puts us at what, 62, 63. Gonna go 52 degree. And considering catching things a little bit long, I mean, strike is first and foremost want to hit it clean, but I'm gonna play closer to my 50-yard shot, and we'll see what happens here. Should be decent. May still be a little bit too much. I might have to get down, set. That stay on. All right, got lucky there. I don't know what it is. I used to have my 50 and 75-yard shot with my old 52 dialed in pretty good. I still believe these things are bent differently. These were a really cheap set of 3 wedges. They all came together. They're the power built. I showed you guys those and what's in the bag. The 52, the 56, and the 60. Definitely not the highest quality wedges, but you would think, I mean, a 52 is kind of a 52, but I haven't been still getting along with them just yet. 7 over through 15, 16th hole, par 3, 145, down 5. So we're right at 140. I'm gonna go pitching wedge, see if we can get it there. Clean off the grooves a little bit. Still got some dirt in there from the last time I played on course. All right. Struck that pretty good. That should be relatively close. Go. All right, take that all day long. Finally, a better swing out of that pitching wedge. Feels good. But as is golf, usually one thing goes and another thing comes back. So before, the last few rounds I played, I was hitting my driver better. When I switched over to the 3-wood shaft, still was struggling with the pitching wedge. Now the driver is kind of gone downhill and hit that pitching wedge better. Still got an 8 iron, not great. 5 iron, not great, but 17th hole, par 4, 411. Getting depressing with these 256 recommended shot. All right, got to swing out to the right, and might as well try to step on one. Sometimes I find if I try to steer it too much, sometimes I'm better just to kind of really swing at one, and it almost works as like a reset button. If I can connect on one and swing at it, kind of reset myself a little bit. That's a huge bug just landed on my arm. Pop up to the right. Felt like I swung at it quicker, but the club face was still open when I hit that. Got 275. I'm curious about the club head speed on that. 104, 148. I mean, for a pop-up, it's not the worst. What was club path? Yeah, I can feel myself today. The first one was the only one that may have been to the club path. There was a couple in there that were halfway decent, but that first one was the club path 2 degrees to the right. That one, I could feel the club face was open. Again, these are estimated, but Garmin usually does a pretty decent job with some of these stuff in my opinion. So club face was open, and club path, I'm coming across the ball to the left. That's not great. That's a recipe for kind of a high pop-up slicey ball. All right, see if we can get on this green. 146 up 1, 147 plus another, call it 15. So that puts us at 157, 162-ish. I'm gonna go 8 iron. This one, I'm just gonna do a full 8 iron smooth swing. If I hit it 170, 175, so be it. But I wanna just make some better contact, hopefully. Swiping across it, that was still a pop up to the right. May get there, looks like it's coming back. This might be a little generous based on how I hit that, but we'll take it. I'm trying to aim right too, but it still feels like that one. I feel like I was aimed pretty far right. Maybe I just need to square the club face up a little bit more, but you really need to work on swinging out to the right and then releasing that club. All right, on to the 18th, 7 over. Not the best out here today, but could definitely be worse. 447, par 5. We'll just leave it there. We'll go a little bit right. All right. Need a good swing here. Probably gonna end up playing one more round back here because I haven't been playing great so far, but this would be a good start if we can connect on one here. Better. Still not great, but better. Started right. I don't know if it's gonna come back a whole lot. Looks like it's kind of staying up the right side. But 271 into the rough. All right, 176 up 3 puts us at 179 plus another 18 puts us at 189, 197, I believe. I'm gonna go 6 iron. Usually play this to around 200, 205. All right, that's got to be pretty close to that number. I hit that decent. All right, there we go. We'll take that. Somewhat better swing on the driver. That was a better swing as well with the 6 iron. Faded a little bit on me, but got some good distance out of it, and we'll end it on a bird. So, all things considered, we'll take it. So, from Fisher's Island Club in Fisher's Island, New York. This is part of the New York trio, courtesy of Graylam 02. Shout out to you, Graylam. We ended up with a 6 over 78, so we kept it in the 70s. 39 on the front, 39 on the back. Couple ugly holes in there. 5th hole with the double bogey, 14th hole with the double bogey. 6 out of 14 fairways, that's low. We want to be at least 7. Actually, greens regulation is not too bad. 12 out of 18, we'll take that number, and then 36 putts is right at 2 putts a hole. That's on the high side. We want to be closer to 1.5, but is what it is. I kind of knew, wasn't expecting a whole lot out here today, but yeah, kind of is what it is. So shout out again to Graylam for the requests. Anyone else out there that wants to see me play some courses of your choosing, whether it's a one of the nicest course, world famous course that you've heard of, or one of your local courses, par 3, local municipal course, 9 hole, 18 hole, whatever it is. Just let me know the name of the course and the location, and then preferably like Graylam did here with a little bit of background information so I can relay that to other people. I would appreciate it. But that's what I have today. I'm gonna play one more here and then rest up, go cool off, get some food, and hopefully play a little bit better tonight. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the next course.